That's what we see Jay-Z has done. That's what we see Puff has done. The music don't become how you pay the bills. It's a lot of pressure off of it. You got other things bringing in income, you can make music.
This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. Like what the fuck is going on? Who told you that song and did you know all along? And why did your bitch sell that painting 2 weeks after he was gone? I'ma tell you what it feels like. It feels a little fishy. Feels like something's going on ever since that John Legend song and Khaled's prediction of a Grammy. If you ask me, I can't stand him. Seems a little weird. Question number one, why's there no blood? Question number two, Sam left in the AM is true, but you're talking about the shits all up in the afternoon. Don't trip, we're gonna find out the truth soon. Who did what to who? Did they plan to eat the chili fries or was it just a surprise? Can you see the lies of witness in a cowboy's eyes? Are we gonna just sit here and forget? Are we gonna ride like Nip said? It's a little weird that the judge quit. Handing out immunities like candy makes me sick. I got a lot of unanswered questions like, why's the footage all grit and I can't see shit? Who the fuck is that white man in that white BMW? Probably was the FBI. Yeah, I noticed that white guy, and I noticed the car wasn't in the pictures when they showed them afterwards. They thought we would forget. They got that shit backwards. They weren't expecting me to drop this track and raise all these questions with my Mac words. I'm really mobbing through LA smoking backwoods. I've been doing this shit all my life. TMC, AMI. You might just see an empty parking lot when you ride by. Well, me, I see way more. I see an independently owned store. I see the community taking power back, whether you're white, Mexican, Asian, or black. As long as you're not blue. Good ones, there might be a few, but from my life experience, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not defending Eric, but what's the fucking delay? They requested a quick trial, it's been over 800 days. They try to distract us in so many clever, creative ways. Yeah, you got your Grammy, and now you're a billionaire. But what about the families that are still living there? Seems a little unfair, just a little something to compare. I never seen a fireman wearing a bulletproof vest. Yes, the shit to me seems a little suspect. The shit's a little weird. Crisis actors taking away our fathers, making our child some bastards, killing creative men and women for their masters. The waves that Nip wrote in, you didn't know it began. A bunch of new chapters. You didn't think about what would happen after. We would put the pieces together on your transparent bullshit. I can see right through it, like the clear blue sky in the LA sunny weather, where the palm trees swing side to side and we ride together on a white horse or a double R hearse in a foreign car. Either way, you gotta be on guard because they're on tap for anyone who's brown or black with tats. Everybody sees it, but nobody wants to attack. It's sad if you ask. We all gotta blast back. We're in the game, though we can't touch the ball. Seems a little unfair if you ask me, that's all. So take your ignorant ass to YouTube and type in Tanique Reviews to get the real news. We're doing the shit for justice, not views. Sharing knowledge and coming together, that's the real tool. He tried to lead us to the lake, so don't sleep on the knowledge that he gave to me and you. He wanted us to learn from his mistakes, so with our new knowledge, good decisions we could make. And also one thing I wanted to say myself, they killed Dr. Sebi because he was teaching health. Assassins, they come in all shapes and sizes, big booties, hips and thighs. Oh, you're Diddy's girl, right? Oh yeah, John Legend, some things happen at your video shoot. I got a couple questions for you. All those strings you pulled, you still can't make a rap hit. You punk ass little bitch, you probably got a little dick. All the shit that you have to did. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face.
What up, chat? Everybody in the building tonight? Everybody's in the building tonight. What up? We got Nate in the building. We got Riri in the building with us tonight. We have the Golden Eagle 99. I got my guy in here, ND Clear Publishing LLC, UTA, Milwaukee in the building. Show up and show out, Milwaukee. Of course, we got Champion Game up in the building with us tonight. We got, of course, the lovely Milena Fire in the building with us. Now, you know, it sounds like a porn star name, Milena Fire. Melina Fire, what is it, Melina Fire. And it sounds like one of them sexy girls. That's what it sounds like. We got Melissa Leak up in the building. Okay, Melissa. We got Sassy Fro up in the building, Carol Hall. I got my brother from another mother up in this building with us tonight. His name is Crown Reese. You got Crown Reese Sr. and Crown Reese Jr. That's what you got there. I got my brother from another mother here up in the building. And you're going to see the link, so, you know, you can come on up. Reese is down at the very bottom down there. Got some news tonight. And I've been watching this for a second. And in watching this for a second, I wanted to wait. Again, I don't just jump on things. Let everybody else do what they want to do. But I didn't see very many people jump on this. But I've been watching Joe Rogan for a while. Joe has some pretty good people, on his podcast. So I'm gonna really tell y'all to go and sub to Joe's podcast and listen to the quality people that he has on this podcast. What's up, Gee? Everybody in chat, and he has CIA operatives, he has FBI operatives. The people who are talking about various things are important people. They're really not dodo birds or whatever you want to be. They have a legitimate background, one that's be a little difficult for you to question in their saying. And so, therefore, when you listen to the people who are there, you find out first they're not like. Well, before I get into this, let me go ahead and say everything on this show is alleged and used for entertainment and spiritual, religious, and educational purposes. All alleged, even for the looky loos who looking tonight. But what I like about it is, he has quality people on there. Who one they have no gripe in this fight. They're not getting anything out of what they're doing, but they're at a place in their life, either retired from government services or what have we, or as rich as Elon Musk and don't care about the government. And they tend to feel free to go on his podcast and release information that a lot of us wouldn't even have. Okay. Uh, yeah, so I appreciate the podcast. Yeah, you know, I tell you what you should look out for if Keith did go to trial, but I don't believe you will. One of the things you can look out for, and I talked to one of the detectives in Las Vegas many years ago. He said one of the reasons why they never tried Tupac's case was because they had more evidence of Tupac being alive than they did of him being dead. That was from a detective who he retired now, but he was active in that case. And he said that that would be reasonable doubt. So if they brought it up, situations like this, what we're going to talk about tonight, where we have a person who confirms that Pac is alive. Are y'all ready for this video? Or y'all say, yeah, I'll put the video on. If not, I'm going to keep talking. Go and get the chat box moving. I want to hear all them yeses. Okay, Kyra knows. What's up, Kyra knows? Kyra's in the building. You ready for this video to have what I think legitimate evidence from a legitimate person who is going to tell us, yes, indeed. There you go. So I want to see. So, Kyra, okay, there we go. So we're going to watch this video. Now, the weird thing about it, after getting this video, because I wasn't going to get the video, I was just going to talk about it. Do you know that they took the video down? It would be very difficult for you to find the video. And the closest video that I found, it was cut in half. And I'm going like, man, geez, thank God that I was able to get the video when I did, because I guess the people who don't want you to know this made TikTok and stuff take the video down. So let's take a look at what the gentleman says, because I don't want you to think that I made this up. Here we go.
Actually know what happened to Tupac?
Joe, it's the biggest open secret in Hollywood. Back in '96, when Tupac was in the midst of his beef with Biggie, he realized his death was inevitable. Every day, he received a new threat from the East Coast, and he had already been shot at once in New York. Well, Biggie and Diddy and their goons weren't Tupac's only problems. It turns out all of the political activism in Tupac's music made him a target of the CIA, and they were looking to potentially take him out. They feared his music could radicalize an entire generation and pose a threat to American democracy. The CIA issued a warning to Tupac to tone down his music, or else. Under threat from many sides, Tupac worked with Death Row Records to stage a shooting in Las Vegas and fake his death. After it was successfully staged, Tupac was sent on a one-way flight to Cuba. As he was a socialist at heart, Fidel Castro welcomed him with open arms. Tupac remains in Cuba to this day, where he helps the poor and even puts on free concerts from time to time.
Now, you don't see nobody arguing with him like they do on YouTube, trying to make you believe that Tupac is dead. And here's why you should know you're alive. Because if I choose to believe you're alive, you ain't going to change my mind. I can believe whatever I want to believe. Why are these people so desperate to make you believe that Tupac is dead. And why are these quality people, qualified people, well connected people telling you that they seen him? Yeah, listen, Sonny Dog, let me tell you this. I know this. You know, Jay took off in his jet with Beyonce and he went to Cuba. When he went to Cuba, there was rumor that he was going to meet with Asada Shakur. When Jay-Z came back and got into American waters, his plane was met by two F-18s from Barack Obama ordering him to go straight to Washington or they would have shot his plane down. So Jay had to go to Washington because at that time they still got millions of dollars up for Asada Shakur. So you don't ever say, I'm going to Cuba. When I go to Cuba, I'm looking for Asada Shakur. That would be a bad deal. So it's up for grabs. We don't know what he told President Obama, what happened, but I know he ain't been back to Cuba after that deal. What's up, my brother from another mother? You on here, Reese? There you
What's
go.
up? There you go.
What's
What's
up?
up, bro? How you
What you think?
doing?
I'm cool, bro. What you think about that video from a person telling you exactly what happened?
That was good. First of all, salute to the chat. It was off the chain in there. Um,
Oh, it is.
yeah, yeah, that was real deep right there. It told everything.
Mm-hmm. He
I've seen
said,
that several times.
that's what I'm saying. And people didn't pick up on what he's saying. And you don't see nobody arguing with him at all, period, because he's in the know.
That's right.
And he said that it was known through Hollywood that the JDL, the Jewish Defense League, the same people that's threatening Eazy-E, was threatening Tupac. And he said Tupac is getting threats from back east every day of his life.
And I know that's a proven fact. They come from a lineage that's like, it's for the people. And that's something that they really, really didn't even like at all. They despised that.
And this is the first time we ever heard somebody say it was Fidel Castro that welcomed him to Cuba. This is heavy, man.
Oh, yeah, his aunt there. So it's welcome, open arms.
Open arms.
Hmm.
Welcome. Welcome. Open arms.
And
He said
anything that's over there, it stays over there.
it stays over there.
Mhm.
And look at my boy practicing. This is makeup artist practicing with makeup on his hair. To me, this is so simple. He came to Vegas with a film crew. He knew something was up. He knew something was going down.
Wow.
Dre, him, Easy, more makeup and stuff of that nature. It's obvious to me. And you know, Sugar ain't changed his tune since.
Never.
When he talked to Pac, Pac was fine. He was alert. So the last thing he said to him was he loved him. Now you know most people are flip flop back and forth. Sugar ain't flip flop one iota.
At one time. And here's another thing. We still haven't seen one funeral picture, no I see you later, memorial, nothing.
No, and what did Suge say? He said the only person who knows what happened to Tupac got $3 million and he floated away, never
And
to
it
be
feels
seen
like-
again.
Mhm.
Three
That
million
was that.
dollars.
That was that. That was that. What was that? That autopsy doctor.
Not that doctor, but the one who did the cremation allegedly. Now, the
Right.
autopsy doctor admitted he didn't know who the hell it was. The weight was off. The height was off. He said it wasn't Tupac. He don't know because he didn't know Tupac.
Exactly.
But Suge said whoever handled the service handled it for $3 million. If you remember the funeral home I called where it was supposed to have happened at, they told me, I said, well, a cremation don't cost no $3 million. It ain't but $5,000 right now. He said, no, no, brother, you got it wrong. I said, what is it? He said, a cremation can cost $15 million. I said, what you mean? He said, that depends on how you want it. Do you want air conditioning when they take you away? Do you need a yeah, he said, do you need a plane to take you away, a helicopter? He said it depends on what you need. You know, people want to cremate gold and a host of other things. So he said it can cost $3 million. Depends on what it is the person who's doing the cremation costs. So if you paid somebody $3 million, I believe they paid somebody to get Tupac to a different place, New Mexico, and you can track him to New Mexico. Some of the Indians will talk a little bit, but it's when he leaves there that's when things get lost.
All right. If you even remember, I know you do. You was calling them people live, all the places and asking about how much does certain things cost. You
Yep.
did that live.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. And the one thing that really tripped people out is when we got the FAA on the phone and they said they don't monitor helicopters.
Exactly.
The police didn't want you to know that because if you had police helicopters in Los Angeles, you could fly right over to Mexico and load them up and bring them right back to um, Los Angeles because they're not monitored by the FAA until they crash.
Wow.
So imagine how much dope was really being brought into LA through police helicopters.
We see how I look now, don't you?
Exactly. Ex-
Oh, wait.
So Melena says she can't believe this. I'm gonna let you listen to him one more time, Melena. Listen to him carefully. He ain't got no reason to lie. He ain't got nothing in this. He ain't making no money off this. He ain't doing no documentary. Just pay attention to what he say.
Actually know what happened to Tupac?
Joe, it's the biggest open secret in Hollywood. Back in 96, when Tupac was in the midst of his beef with Biggie, he realized his death was inevitable. Every day, he received a new threat from the East Coast, and he had already been shot at once in New York. Well, Biggie and Diddy and their goons weren't Tupac's only problems. It turns out all of the political activism in Tupac's music made him a target of the CIA, and they were looking to potentially take him out. They feared his music could radicalize an entire generation and pose a threat to American democracy. The CIA issued a warning to Tupac to tone down his music, or else. Under threat from many sides, Tupac worked with Death Row Records to stage a shooting in Las Vegas and fake his death. After it was successfully staged, Tupac was sent on a one-way flight to Cuba. As he was a socialist at heart, Fidel Castro welcomed him with open arms. Tupac remains in Cuba to this day, where he helps the poor and even puts on free concerts from time to time.
Now I want you to tell me, Crown Reese, that guy sound like he lying.
I ain't heard. He didn't even crack. He just went. He just said it the way it's supposed to be said. And people can take it how they want to take it, but I really believe that he even showed me that he died. I really was a real live Tupac fan. I got this cross on my back, die hard all the way through, and it's just hard. It's really hard to believe. I mean, man, I've seen a lot of people who have passed away before, and you see their body, and the family will let it be known, but there's nothing. A picture of Tupac that looked like him laying on a slab, and his
And that was
face
from a movie.
right, his face was turned the opposite way. So I mean, that's all you know, and what those people said. And then when you go to the hospital, then they don't even know who he is, and using different names, and
Exactly. The problem with people is the people do not, and we've been preaching this for years. The people do not understand the Black Messiah. And I already said my next video gonna be about the Black Messiah, so people will understand what great lengths Gay Edgar Hoover and President Richard Nixon went into to make sure there was not a Black Messiah.
man, I was
And
gonna
that,
say that I ain't even want to go there, but phew, that's what it
but
is.
but we have to, and because with the power that Tupac was emanating and generating through his music and bringing Black people together from all sects of the world, they did not know if Tupac was a Black Messiah, and that's what they look for. Any Black man that's able to move a certain amount of Black people it's got a target directly on his head. That's why you don't see none. That's why you don't see no activists right now. Activists who did the Mike Brown's uh, peace rally in St. Louis, all 6 black activists were killed because they were able to launch a campaign on Facebook and Twitter and have all those people show up in St. Louis, Missouri. Darren Seals, all of them were killed after the marches were over with. They went back and killed all 6 of the black activists who did that. That's
And
why.
all of them was in the car too, wasn't it?
Well, each one of them was in a car. One was tied up behind the mother's house. They strung him up on a tree and they punished him severely, because they were able to bring a rally down there. So the point of the matter, so if you where you live at, you living in Baltimore, and you can bring together 50,000 black people, 60,000 black people, you are probably going to get killed.
Hmm.
And people don't understand, Tupac was flirting around with politics.
He sure was.
They keep listening to the music, but forget that Tupac went to Atlanta,
That's right.
organized the new Black Panther Party,
Hmm.
and put his hat in and was considering running for mayor
Man, that's right.
of Atlanta.
That's right.
And every poll had him winning.
Hmm.
Now, and then something else he did. People don't understand when they see Tupac and Suge and they at that rally in Los Angeles against Proposition 8.
That's right.
This is what this is. When you see Tupac and Suge here, Tupac took on the fight for gay people when San Francisco mayor passed a law that allowed same-sex marriage. It was actually Bishop Eddie Long in Georgia and a bunch of other people attacked it, and then they got rid of it. And so what you see at this rally, Tupac is fighting against the Rockefeller family, the Ford family, all of them who want gay people not to be able to get married. And Tupac and Suge are here. And this is another reason why they wanted him dead. Because you know why? Out of
Hmm.
hundreds of millions of dollars they spent, Tupac won. Proposition 8 was passed. And that's the reason why you can get gay people married to this day.
That's right.
And they looking at this guy going, if he got that kind of power, then what's going to stop him from running for president?
And he'll win it.
And he would definitely won it. There's no question about it. Him or Nip, if Nip was in politics, Nip would have run any office in California he ran for.
And Machiavelli album just let you know he was leaving. It was about to be over with.
The Machiavelli album,
Yep.
yeah, I agree with you. I think he came in there and just tried to pay his debts to death row and walk away like a man. But, Suge was losing a little brother. He lost the one friend that he trusted, and didn't want to let him go.
And he want to let him go.
Mm-mm. The guy obviously, he may have had people call themselves friends, but when he found what he was looking for, he found it in a little small guy by the name of Tupac Shakur, and he fell in love with him man to man. And he had a problem with Tupac wanting to leave, not death row. He had a problem with Tupac wanting to leave him
That's right.
and leave him alone. Who was he gonna leave him with? Reggie Wright Jr. Leave him with the same people he didn't trust.
He'll say Reggie.
No, think about what I'm saying.
That's
You know,
serious, though. Man.
it's obviously that this guy didn't trust a lot of people, but for whatever his reason was, he trusted Tupac, and Tupac was able to successfully run that company. If you don't believe me, watch MC Hammer and listen to MC Hammer talk to you about when he wanted to go hard and how nobody at death row wanted him.
That's right.
Nobody. He said not one single person at death row wanted him, and Tupac stood up. Tupac stood up and said that if MC Hammer want to go hard, MC Hammer can go hard, and he got a right to do whatever kind of music he want to do. And MC Hammer said, that's when he was brought into death row and he did, pumps and the bumps and all that stuff like that. He said it was Pac that did that. Now Pac wasn't even the owner of that company.
So what?
So for the owner to let you do that, man, what that tell you about their relationship?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't let Dre do that.
No, he definitely didn't.
Don't stop me laughing. He let Dre do that. Pac got up and voted MC Hammer in, and MC Hammer was in. Almost had a new life.
And you know what? Pac used to talk down on MC Hammer too.
Did he?
Yeah, when he was younger,
I
when he
didn't
was
know that, man.
on the East Coast side, and he was like, "Yeah, the people all dancing, all in the videos and all of that, and you know, what do you say, shucking and jiving? Yeah, he cooning, Yeah, he
Mhm.
said that. But when he got to Death Row, he was older. His whole attitude changed.
Well, MC Hammer and Pac had a connection, because Afeni
Exactly.
lived up there in Oakland. So, he had a huge connection with MC Hammer up in Oakland. And that Oakland relationship still ain't been talked about, man. I used to live in Vallejo, but Pac, I was up there when Mac Dre was rapping. And we
Yeah.
got to talk about that off YouTube. But I still think that, boy, had Mac Dre lived, there's no telling what would have happened with that guy. Even to this day, I think that's a talent that we'll never get a chance to see. But that whole area up there in the Bay Area with Short, Hammer, Pac,
Hmm.
Afeni didn't go to Sausalito for nothing, man. She spent all that time in Oakland, and people don't understand that Pac had a relationship with everybody up in Oakland.
Right.
The champion gamer know Mac Dre. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Mac
Yeah.
Dre, boy, man.
That was Tupac Cat. They always used to kick it. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, oh
Hmm.
man, they killed him in Kansas City, man, and that was a setup too. But that's a whole nother story. They put him in jail for a bank robbery he didn't even do,
He
and
didn't even do.
he
That's
still
right.
didn't even squid on the guys who did it. He did his bid and got out,
That's right.
picked his life up where it started at, and shot directly to the top. So Pac knew a lot of these guys, Digital Underground. They were well plugged in and stuff of that nature. So when he
Mm.
was standing up for Hammer, you got these guys now, Redman, all of them telling you that Hammer, yeah, E40, Earl. Don't forget about Earl. I used to go to church with his family up there in Vallejo. E4, they tell you that if you didn't want to mess with Hammer because Hammer had the most serious connections in California.
That's right. Yeah, they say he was real. You can't even touch him.
That's what he said. You can't touch this.
Yeah. Yeah, they say he got a lot of brothers. He got brothers that they really was for real.
Man, Hammer was a good dude, man. And
Hmm.
up in the Northern California, man, he did real good for himself with the people who had money. So Pac stood up for him and brought him on to death row. Not only brought him on to death row, Hammer was with him up until when the shooting and stuff went down. And you know
Hmm.
what? I saying that to say this, I ain't never heard Hammer say Tupac was dead. Now, I want you to tell me when.
That's right. Hey, shoot, Deion Sanders was on death row, so shoot, he ain't never said it either.
Uh huh. Let's see, Winston Summers said Hammer had a mean crew. That's what I heard, man. I heard that that's just a dude, even now, you don't want to get
Hmm.
down with.
Exactly. Yeah, he was real tough.
Riri says, why would Pac want a bill to pass that allows God's plan to be destroyed? Why wasn't complaining for? So let me explain something to you, Riri. What really went down, so you understand. Now, I'm a Christian, and so I don't believe in homosexuality. I believe it's a sin too, but I believe
Exactly.
right is right, and I believe wrong is wrong. And so
Hmm.
what had happened over the years was that a lot of our family members, I know y'all got some gay people around y'all too, it's everywhere. A lot of our family members, if a person was gay in our family, we cut them off. We shunned them. We had nothing to do with them. We cut them off because they were gay. All right, they went on about their business and then they were married or living with who they were living with, and they lived together 20 and 30 years. They had successful stuff, new cars and stuff like that. Then, if they died, especially from AIDS, all of a sudden now the family ran over and took from the person that they had spent the 20 and 30 or 30 years with, took took the cars, took everything that belonged to them, and that person who was with them couldn't do anything. Now, if you married to your wife or to your husband, when you die, ain't nobody gonna tell your wife or husband nothing wrong, nothing at all, period. So why should you go over to your gay relative who's been with a person for 25, 30 years, and your gay relative die, everything of that person should go to that gay person they were with. And that's the reason why they allowed same-sex marriages, to protect gay people with rights. To give you a prime example, Rudy Ray Moore, the person we know as Dolomite, he was
That's
gay.
right. That's right.
He was gay, and he was with a person for years. I mean, a lot of years, 30, 40 years. He had a gay lover, but when he died, a family who didn't want to have nothing to do with him, all of a sudden now want to claim his movies and everything and take it away from his gay lover who helped him. And that's the reason why same-sex marriage was allowed, so gay people who loved each other could get married and protect the wealth and things they accumulated. So it's still a sin in the eyes of God, but in the law of man, you can't go running over taking your relative's stuff that you didn't even talk to because he was gay. All right. And so Pac was fighting for those people who wanted rights. Like we want civil rights, we want human rights. They got to have some kind of protection too.
That's what catapulted Tupac into politics.
That's what catapulted Tupac right into the hands of the CIA too.
Exactly.
Because,
They
like
was
I said, people don't understand. He won.
they was like, whoa, what just happened? He what? Mm-hmm.
When After Tupac died, what he was fighting for here at this event, he won. He came against the Rockefellers, the Ford family, the whole 12 bloodlines of the Illuminati, and gay people were allowed to get married. And basically, it wasn't the marriage that mattered. At least if one of them died from AIDS or what have you, the other one got to keep the stuff that they accumulated together, and that's what it was really all about.
Yeah, at that speech you were saying, yeah, I got this much money. Snoop got this much money. Suge got this much money. We can all put it together and just make something happen. That was it right there.
And he kept teasing with those people. The other thing I found interesting is that most people don't talk about, when Tupac got out of jail in New York after he got shot in New York. Why do you think he chose Jasmine Guy instead of Jada Pinkett to hide with, Crown?
Shit, at that time, Jasmine was a bad mother. But she was, but she was a real solid. She really into her people, and she really held steadfast when it came to Pac, instead of what Jada was. Jada was almost just like uh, punch you in the back of the head and get out, get your ass out the way kind of female. She always nagging and just somebody just to kid along. But she really liked it, Pac, but he ain't like her.
But that's the love of her life.
Yeah, damn lie. That lady lying like what she is lying. But hey, listen, if Pac was here now, who would he mess with, Jada, or would he mess with Jasmine Guy?
He'd be with Jasmine Guy.
Man, do you see how she look?
Yeah, but you grow with that. So to me, when I see Jasmine Guy, I still see a beautiful woman because I grew up with her.
Smoking them cigarettes. You know she a heavy smoker.
Yeah, if you're in the business, she ain't understood what it did to her. She probably got to smoke them cigarettes. I tried my hand in Hollywood. When I tried my hand in Hollywood shooting court shows and stuff, trust me, bro, you gonna do something.
So you gonna do something, huh?
You're gonna do something because unbelievable pressure is put on you. You should thank God she's not shooting heroin or doing fentanyl or doing drugs. Look what Michael Jackson them had to do. They had to do that, man, because all kind of things was coming at them, inhuman things coming at them. So to relieve the pain, they turn to prescription drugs and everything else. Everybody got to have some kind of vice. Now, of course, my vice is cigars. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it.
Wow.
That's my vice. Cigars. Nothing like it.
Still to this day, I don't see no kind of memorial pictures or nothing.
No, man, I said it for a long time. I keep telling people, I said, I don't have to prove to you Tupac dead. I don't have to prove to you Tupac alive. You need to prove to me Tupac dead. And I've said it. Show me where you buried him. Show me the ashes. Why you sprinkle out the ashes and tell us about it and then let everybody see it?
They had the outlaws say that they were smoking him,
And, and,
smoking.
all, and all that's lies. They smoked him, but they poured him out at the sea. Shock G did a whole thing talking about we had Congos, we had the sea, and we poured him in the sea. But yet, when Feeney moved to Georgia, she said she poured him out in Georgia. I'm like, golly, how much damn ashes you had to spill around in 3 different states? Somebody lying.
And Tupac told them, "Y'all get all the money y'all want to get, and this I'm gone. Don't call for me no
Exactly.
more. Don't holler for me no more. I try to tell y'all. I try to ride with y'all, but y'all want to go one way, and y'all living by the land of the law that I can't live by. I got to go."
No, William Thomas, I don't think he would have married Gadada. In my honest opinion, I think if Pac was alive, he would marry the Keisha, the girl he was with, who really helped him get out of jail and stuff.
Yeah,
I think
Keisha
if he,
was the one.
yeah, he promised he was gonna come back to her. I think he would have married. Like Keisha said, Keisha is the only person who can tell you she was Tupac's wife. And like
Mm,
she said, if you wanted to get married, our courthouse is about 20 minutes from you. So I don't think Pac wanted to marry Gadada, Jada, nobody else. But I can tell you who he did marry. He married Keisha.
hmm That's the one that went to take out all his business, and she the one that got him on the map. She went to them people.
She's the
Yeah,
one who called Suge Knight. She
yeah.
called the studio, called Suge
Mm-hmm.
Knight, and he said they didn't even believe it because they never heard Pac got married. But she told him
Mm-hmm.
the story, and that's what helped start setting him get free. But I wish Pac hadn't have did that because if Pac waited another 2 months, Pac was going to be paroled anyway.
Mm.
That's the sad part about it. He don't even know he's about to be paroled, but he wanted to get out of there so bad. And he got first. There's two things should have happened that first of all of us should be freaking mad at. One, we allowed Jimmy Iovine and Ted Fields to walk around knowing what they did to Tupac. What did they do? They owed Tupac for Me Against the World $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
His mother is sleeping outside, and they won't give her son's check so she can get her son out of jail. Had Jimmy Iovine and Ted Fields paid Tupac his $5 million, he could have bonded out of jail himself.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't Iovine give Tupac his money, man? What you think?
They're trying to trap him. They don't want him to go nowhere. They setting the
Mm-hmm.
move up. They just setting the move up on him. Made it hard for him. He was on TV looking like he was crazy.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Second thing,
Mm-hmm.
had Tupac could have held on for another 60 days, they were gonna parole him out of prison in New York anyway. And he still wouldn't have had to sign death row. That's when Jimmy Iovine and them got to Suge and made Suge hurry up and get up there and get him signed because they knew he was going to be paroled anyway. That's why all that happened so quick and signing on toilet paper, all of that stuff like that. And Suge didn't come up with all that money. Part of it came from Suge, part of it came from Iovine, and the other part came from a bail bondsman. That's
Mm-hmm.
how Suge was able to get the money to get him out of jail. But if Pac held on 60 more days, he'd be out of jail on his own.
Mm. That's when the crucifixion started.
Yeah, because he thinking that death row is all black. So he gets out the death row and he looks across the hall from death row and he sees the same two white men he just left from New York. He sees Interscope Records. wants to know Interscope Records is doing there, and she'll get to let them know that's who backs Death Row, Interscope Records. And that's when Pac realized he just signed back with the same two guys who he probably felt allegedly set him up with Jimmy Henchman and put him in jail in the beginning.
Sign back to the devil.
Signed right back to the devil. And that's why he tried to get in there so quick and do those records. He did those records, man, in a couple of weeks. His deal was over with. 3 albums was dead.
Mm-hmm.
You think about it. Um, All Eyes on Me was really 2 CDs,
That's
but they
right.
took it and made it a double CD, which counts as only 1 CD. But Pac gave him 2 CDs, and then you take the last one you just talked about. What's that one you just mentioned? The last one?
Which one?
That last one he did, Come With Me, Hail Mary.
Oh, yeah.
That should have been the third CD, and his contract is over. But Suge wouldn't accept the double CD. He counted the double CD as 1 CD.
Yeah, that Machiavelli album, yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, it's interesting, William Thomas, that you bring that up. Not only do I think Pac got a kid, I'm gonna tell you who I think may be his kid. I could be wrong. It's just a hypothesis. What's that girl name? In Los Angeles.
It was a girl, too.
It's not Jewel. What's her name? Is that her name Jewel?
Was it
Did she,
Jewel?
or did she die?
Jewel? She
Is
died.
is what is it Yo-Yo or out there? It's in Los Angeles. She's part of Death Row.
You
Yo-Yo,
talking about?
Yo-Yo's daughter, exactly. That I believe that Yo-Yo's daughter is Tupac's daughter. That's my belief. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe. She looked just like him. And even when she had him, she didn't even say nothing about it. It kept it secret. And I know for a fact that Setua, Pac's sister, they all had a baby shower for her.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see her in the media or anything at all, period. Just living a quiet life, just like the rest of the Shakurs.
Yeah, and well taken care of.
Williams said dead on. Yeah, I believe that Yo-Yo's daughter belongs to Tupac Shakur. That's just my belief. I'm not asking nobody else to believe, but that's what I believe. She ain't in the media. She ain't trying to be in the media. She ain't trying to make no noise. You know she could, because Yo-Yo a mama. She can make all the
Mm-hmm.
noise she wanted to. She ain't making no. She ain't got to make no noise because her living has been made.
Ice Cube and all them know.
Yeah, they all know. That's if you listen to the guy again, he gonna
Yeah,
tell you this is the best kept secret in Hollywood. Listen to what he
that's right.
said.
Actually know what happened to Tupac?
Joe, it's the biggest open secret in Hollywood. Back in 96, when Tupac was in the midst of his beef with Biggie, he realized his death was inevitable. Every day, he received a new threat from the East Coast, and he had already been shot at once in New York. Well, Biggie and Diddy and their goons weren't Tupac's only problems. It turns out all of the political activism in Tupac's music made him a target of the CIA, and they were looking to potentially take him out. They feared his music could radicalize an entire generation and pose a threat to American democracy. The CIA issued a warning to Tupac to tone down his music, or else. Under threat from many sides, Tupac worked with Death Row Records to stage a shooting in Las Vegas and fake his death. After it was successfully staged, Tupac was sent on a one-way flight to Cuba. As he was a socialist at heart, Fidel Castro welcomed him with open arms. Tupac remains in Cuba to this day, where he helps the poor and even puts on free concerts from time to time.
This guy is not talking like he heard something. He telling you what he know.
You probably even seen Tupac too.
And later in the interview, he said he did. He went over and saw him over there, met him.
Mm-hmm.
He said he met him. He went over there and he got the chance to meet him. He said, but what people think is they're gonna see a 26-year-old Tupac, and you're not. It's an
You're not.
older man now, older gentleman. He says with a family.
Yep.
So Mike Adams says the word on the street is Yo-Yo is his baby mama. That's exactly what I believe. Yo-Yo's daughter looks just like Tupac. I believe it 100% that that's at least one of Tupac's kids. I don't know if he got any more. I believe that one's his.
Yeah, all you gotta do is go look at the picture. You can see it.
I forgot to even pull it up. So James Cross, I think Pac is still alive. And I also think that Yo-Yo's daughter is Pac's as well. See, we're all on the same accord. I really do believe that Yo-Yo's daughter is Tupac's daughter. I believe Ice Cube know, and a lot of other people know that's Pac's daughter. Like I said, you don't see her in the media, you don't see her making no noise, because what that would do, if we prove that, is now you would bring the FBI and CIA all into her life, and they be trying to wonder, is she gonna be some kind of motivational speaker or activist, and you would cause her all kind of hell. And that's why you don't see her in the media or nothing, because she ain't got to be there. Such with them taking care of her.
Mm-hmm. Wake a sleeping giant.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Let them keep chasing after Donald Trump's killer or whatever it may, whatever the hell they think they doing. I don't know what the hell they doing, but whatever the hell they think they doing, let them keep doing that. Because it ain't making no sense to me. None of this ain't making no sense to me at all, period. Why is it that all of our black leaders got to run or be killed by police officers? And as a people, we won't take a stand. What do you think, man?
It really still dawns on me when you just sat up here and talk about all six of those activists that got killed. And I'm just thinking, like, man, who were the people behind doing that? I mean, what entity is that to even
Well,
make a move like that on our own on us? Like, it's not, that's not even us doing that to us. That's something. That's a whole nother entity, and this makes me think, like, what the hell's going on?
well, first thing is Richard Nixon and J. Edgar Hoover signed into law that the most dangerous thing to America is African American people. And African American people were labeled by Richard Nixon and Gay Edgar Hoover as terrorists. The term terrorist was never made for people in the Middle East, it was made for black people. Now you get William Ray, the new director, wants to stir up that pot about black people, and he labeled black people black identity extremists, and they went to work with 1,900 police officers, 1,900 police departments across the country, giving those police departments the right to shoot black people without cause, and especially black activists. And so black activists are being killed even now as we speak, being jailed because they're out protesting peacefully. And that's why a lot of them are afraid to call themselves activists, because ain't nobody there to buy them out or anything else.
And please, if you don't take his word, you can read it.
The boy in Memphis, I forget his name, something Franklin. Franklin he can go on the corner with flyers, and they arrest him because he was on the corner with flyers on public corner. He was trying to save Memphis, because young Dolph got killed and trying to stop the violence in Memphis, and they want to put him in jail because he's trying to stop the violence in Memphis.
Yeah,
Stop
exactly.
violence.
Yeah, they don't want you to do that.
Things are staged nowadays. It's all a movie. I agree with you, Winston. I believe that Nipsey Hussle's death was a movie. I believe that Tupac Shakur shooting was staged as well too. Now, just to touch on Nipsey a little bit, um, Crown, it's some stuff that Black Sam didn't say that I find more interesting than what he did say. Now, I want to see if y'all agree with me. I mean, you touch on this too, Crown. Why didn't Black Sam address the fact that Nipsey Hussle was shot 10 times, one a direct headshot, and one, I think, it directly in the shoulder, and there's no blood underneath him? Crown, you want to touch on that? Tell me why ain't no blood under Nipsey?
I just want to say it was a lineup set up from the beginning. All that stuff that he's saying is Black Sam was, oh man, man, I feel he lined them up to it. They lined Nipsey up. I really feel
Mm-hmm.
that. I really feel that. And the way he talking as a brother, he in the hood. They say he got this damn African down here talking about they just stood up to people and all this. You can clearly look at the video and see that he was lined up.
Philly
All
Bill in the
them,
building. Philly Bill said not a drop of blood. I mean, why didn't he touch on the fact that a man? Now I put on YouTube. I'll let y'all watch a man get shot, and that man bled out. The police was able to get blood spatter about 5 to 6 feet away on the building. Nipsey also has no blood on him, but took 10 bullets. Why has nobody explained no blood? Why is the T-shirt still white? Why is the stock still right white? Help me out, Crown. Tell me something.
it's like you said, it's all stage. Every last bit of it. From the video footage, the the grimminess and the griminess and the fake pumping on the chest going to the ambulance. It's all, and the time of day is going. It's all staged. It's something ain't right.
And he said something else that I thought was interesting too. He said the night before at Wally's, they were talking about Nipsey's security. And he said what's supposed to happen is someone with a hoodie is supposed to put a hoodie on and get a pistol. Now I know in my heart, he talking about Jay Stone, he talking about Cowboy, he talking
Hmm.
about J Rock, all those people that were there. That's Nipsey's security. When Hustle pull up, he wants to know why the protocol was not followed. So there's a protocol, and he's saying Cowboy and them didn't follow it. What you make of that, man?
Yeah, you gotta tell them to lie.
Which
They
one?
both of them,
Cowboy and who else?
and Black Sam.
Oh, Black. So you don't think there was no protocol?
No, not at all. That was all straight set up, and they knew it was gonna go down. It just hurt me that I know that that's what Black Sam. Because I don't believe him talking about they had all that money in no backyard. He was telling the damn lie. He had somebody else. If Nipsey would have never went to New York, he would have never got on from California.
Okay, we got Afghanistan in the building. What's up, Afghanistan?
What's good, bro?
You got the best hand, bro. What's on your heart tonight, bro?
Yeah, just sitting here chilling, man. Just listening to y'all, bro.
Man, tell me why there was no blood on the Nipsey and why Black Sam didn't address that, bro. What happened to that big ass piece of body carpet big enough to cover up a man's body? What they do with that?
Man, I think it's all coming, man. He can't give it to you at one time. You know what I'm saying? Because don't forget, bro, we still got another case coming. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be another court case coming. The DOJ is not done.
Yeah, well, that's true. They not
You know
done.
what I'm saying?
They not done. All they're gonna do is close down the 77th precinct. It should have been closed down. And they probably investigating one or two other things, like the payroll of the 77th precinct is what they probably interested in. And I'm gonna leave that right there. But it's still, Darian, listen, man, Afghanistan, you can't do an interview and tell me a person been shot 10 times and there's no blood up under him.
Yeah. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. You're, I don't know, man. I just it is some stuff that I'm second guessing. You know what I'm saying?
Share with us.
Black Sam said it's the throw off, right?
Right.
Now that should tell you that this dude Eric Holder is not a real character because he said it's a throw off. I mean, think about it, bro. He led everything up to that statement about Eric Holder. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
described Nipsey's personality, how he was short tempered, how he got it on, right?
Right.
then you know, and that was just a lead up to if if Eric Holder would have said that, yo, I heard you snitching whatever, they would have handled that like right then and there. You feel me? And
Exactly.
then when Eric Holt, and then when he said the throw off was supposed to be dude coming back with a red shirt, throwing what off? You ain't throwing off shit.
No,
Like
no,
to
this is
me,
what he's saying. I was just going to bring that up. What he's saying is he noticed that when Eric Carter first came up, he was shirtless. And I got the video and the pictures. He had no shirt on. He's shaking Nip's hand, talking to everybody else. He didn't have no piece and no pistols or anything. Now, you got to remember where Eric Holder is on Crenshaw and Slauson. What Black Sam said, what throw it in mouth was, how is a dude in all blue territory gonna walk up to Nip with a red shirt on? Ain't no red shirts anywhere in that community. It's all blue.
yeah, that's what he's saying. It was to throw off. It was to throw everybody off so people would think that it was a different set or something.
Yeah, that the
You know what I'm
Bloods
saying?
did it.
I mean, first off, now I ain't speaking on LA politics or you know what I'm saying, but that blood versus Crip shit been that's like expired. That shit went out back in
80.
92.
Yeah, because it's always been Crip versus Crip or
Yeah,
Blood
now it's
versus
Crip versus
Blood.
Crip.
You see
Now
it
it's
now. You see it now with the Bloods challenging WAC 100. You know, the Compton Pyrus are saying
yeah.
the WAC 100 is not a Blood. He didn't come through them.
But what I took from that statement is, like Black Sam said, we never seen Black Sam said it. We never seen dude. Who is dude? Then that's me and you know. Dude been diagnosed with complex cantonetic schizophrenia since the age of 2. That
Yep.
means that dude is never on the street, bro.
Which explains why he never had a record. So why would they put so much faith in him to do a job like that, knowing he had auditory schizophrenia?
Because if he snitch, because for one, I mean, come on, man. We all got that one dude, that one friend, that one cousin, that one somebody that's has mental illness. Then we also know that one family member that's going to give them a little blunt or some drink or something to make them do stupid stuff. Like, come on, man, hey yo, let him get a shot of that hand so he could do the MC Hammer.
Okay.
But but what I'm getting at is if he was to go to court, he can't snitch on nobody. Why? Because everything he would say would be unadmissible because he is diagnosed with
Uh,
complex cantonetic schizophrenia. That's why they sent him.
So what you think, Reese? You think that it was what you got to say?
I just feel like, I don't know about all that schizophrenia. I just feel like just they put him on it and set him up straight up. And I think all of them have something to do with it because this should not have went down like that. Not at all.
Okay,
Hey
let's go
Reese,
back. Let's go
hey
back
brother.
to something else Black Sam said. I'm not gonna stay on Black Sam long, but here's what I want to know. Okay, Black said this too. Black made it clear that what I said from the first day I covered this, that Nipsey Hussle was threatened on the set, that was true. And he also explained what they were threatened about. They were threatened because he had DJ Khaled in the hood. So he said they were getting a lot of flack from on the ground, but they showed up and showed out. They got Khaled in. They got Khaled out safe. They stood fast. Who's he talking about, Darian?
Allegedly, big you, but
Exactly.
but
Crown?
also but understand this, right? One thing that everybody's missing, something that you covered, something that we talked about, something that everybody forgets. That store was co-owned was in DJ Khaled's name until they
Yep.
got the business right.
They didn't
So
even know, most people don't know that was in DJ Khaled's name. For y'all know, DJ Khaled helped them purchase the marathon.
yeah, until they
David
got the
Gross
business
came
right.
from DJ Khaled. He was down there working with DJ Khaled now. David Gross was just the middleman. He was
Yeah,
sent by DJ Khaled then to wrap that store up for them.
yeah. So you can see footage of Puffy and DJ Khaled walking out the store on the day that they purchased it. I mean,
And
that's
you
scrubbed from the internet. Why? I don't know.
and you can see footage of Big U with DJ Khaled after Nipsey died.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, what I think is they had a disagreement because it's kind of like this, right? Hey, so we can't press Nipsey no more. You're right, but guess what? Since you're the owner, you got to pay taxes. And I think that's what they was sweating, dude about, because he still looked
Right.
shook as hell the second time he seen DJ Khaled. What? I mean, DJ Khaled was shook. What, like a month after Nipsey died? A month or two?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's just what I think, man. I wasn't there, and I ain't gonna
Okay.
speak like I was there.
We
But
know
I
you
can tell
wasn't
you
there,
what's in black and white.
but who do you think when Nipsey looked up in the stand, he was looking at? That last picture with him looking up in the stand, he didn't look very happy at all.
I think Shermy and and uh Buddy Lathan.
Okay, well, guess who was having a concert at in Anaheim at the same time?
Big U, right?
Gunner was, and Big U was representing Gunner.
That's right.
So how do we know he didn't look up there and see him?
He who, Gunner?
No, Big U. Remember what Sam said? Y'all didn't catch this. Sam
Mm,
said when Nip got to Wally's, he told him he saw Big U that day.
Oh yeah.
Where did Sam see from the time? What's his name? That Blood Magnificent at the juice store. What's his name? He in jail in Texas, I think. What's that Blood name?
Who?
You know the guy who did the song Rest in Peace, Nip. He's a Blood.
I don't know.
You know, it's Nipsey arch enemy. They met at the juice bar.
Oh yeah, you talking about the blood dude? Damn, I forgot, bro.
So from the
Bug,
time, yeah,
Junebug,
yeah,
some bug. He's a
yeah, I
bug. What they
forgot
say?
his name. We stopped talking about him so much. Remember, he met Nipsey at the juice store, all that stuff. Nipsey's daughter sitting out in the car for about 45 minutes. All right, Nip leave. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, he said that him and Nip was supposed to go to the studio. He produced the text messages out there. Then Nip wrote him back, plans have changed. He won't be able to go to the studio. He got to get with him later on. So Nip know he's going to Wally's that night. And when he get to Wally's finally, Firebug, that's his name. Thank you, Tata Max. Tata Max, Firebug. Yeah, Firebug says that they had a good conversation and good energy. They were going in the studio that night. Then Firebug produced the text messages that Nip told him something else came up and he gonna have to, reschedule that appointment. So Nip knows at that point in time he's texting Firebug that he has a birthday dinner for Adam at Wally's. So he gets to Wally's and he says to Black Sam, he saw Big U. Where did he see Big U at?
Had to be at the store.
How come he couldn't saw him at the game?
That's a good point.
Because he's got to go
Hell
down
yeah,
there
that's a good point.
because Gunner's down there. He's got to go there. That's where he said he was going from the beginning. He was going to the Gunner concert. He was promoting Gunner.
Yeah. Hey, Tanique, can we double back somewhere real quick? I want to
Go ahead,
make
bro.
one thing,
Yeah, go ahead,
man.
bro.
See, the thing is, bro. I want to make one thing clear is that situation with his schizophrenia. Everybody got to understand why that's an important factor, because that's gonna let us know two things. One, if you're schizophrenia, right? If you have complex schizophrenia, right? You you can't testify in court. You can't make no statements. You can't get no. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about them having a conversation about what am I trying to say about snitching,
Mm-hmm.
that or his name was on some paperwork. How was his name on some paperwork when he can't snitch?
And not only that, Black Sam
It
brought
ain't
up
gonna
the
hold up in
fact.
court.
Black Sam brought up the fact that if you had paperwork, Hustle wasn't finna talk to you. Hustle was gonna scrap.
Exactly.
He said that ain't the way it get down there. He said if it's paperwork, Hustle gonna scrap. He ain't finna have no conversation.
So yeah, so leave that out. And then two, when you have complex schizophrenia, right? And you go to and you commit a crime. You're supposed to be assisted by two people, a caseworker or a registered. I mean, yeah, a caseworker, one, a nurse or a doctor during your whole trial. I never seen any. And then they want to make it seem like the dude got beat up. Did the dude get beat up, or did he have an allergic reaction to some
Well,
medication?
the part of what you're saying is not true.
Which part?
His doctor, who did treat him at that hospital, he
Yeah,
frequented that hospital, did show up at trial and was going to testify, but the prosecution object and told the judge that they would submit to whatever the doctor said in the report, but they didn't want the doctor to testify because it stood the chance that he could be found not guilty because of reasonable insanity.
my point
And,
exactly.
and
That's what I'm saying. By law, the doctor is supposed to be there with the doctor was supposed to be sitting there right by him. That's what I'm saying. What you're saying is right. You're saying the same thing I'm saying.
right,
The dude was supposed to be there.
and
Wasn't no doctor there. That's
that's
why I'm
why they
saying that case is a joke, dude. That's why
that's
the DOJ is still involved.
That's why they saying that Eric Holder could get out because he was refused his doctor to testify about the state of mind that he was in. They wouldn't let in how his mother had just died. All
No,
these
his mother ain't
things.
dead, bro.
I'm just telling you what they said.
Yeah.
Whatever she's supposed to die. Some things were supposed to have set him off to cause his schizophrenia to go, berserko, which they were trying to say is part of the reason why Nip got shot. They denied that. Now, with a good lawyer, according to mental health people I talked to in California, they say he can get out of jail on that. Now he's not in no prison anyway in California Medical Center.
Hey, the one other thing I wanted to bring up too, right? As far as Big U goes, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we all want to know about Christopher Darden, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need some help from everybody that'll help me. I need to find the lawyer that works in Chris Darton's firm, right?
Yep.
He's the same lawyer that got Kerry Lathan was his parole lawyer. I just can't find his name.
Mm-hmm.
So man, this is a whole lot of shit, man.
And he said with Chris Darden say he was in danger, but then
Yeah,
turned around and defended one of the guys in Pop Smoke's trial.
yeah, the dude. Yeah, he was in danger because he was going to get Eric Holder off. Like everybody knows this man's works. You know what I'm saying? So if he
Right.
was, I mean, he don't know nothing but to do but nothing but win, bro. He knows how to win. So that would have been like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all these YouTubers, bro. I salute them. Man, I appreciate them, but they got to stop listening to these niggas on the street, man, for real, bro. Because it's like a whole lot of stuff that's missing, man. I think that everybody should pay attention to that trial and see all the hiccups in that. That's gonna tell you everything you need to know. Everything.
So why is it that if he was so much in danger, so afraid, why is it that he defended one of the killers of Pop Smoke? He
Cause
should
they
have.
don't want the dude to go free. They don't want shitty cuz to get out because he gonna run his mouth. You know how many people is gonna want to interview this dude? And one thing, Tanique, you know, you could read somebody's body language. I of course Sam has malice for Eric Holder. Of course he does. But did you see his body language? Dude wasn't it's kind of like he's forgiving him because he know that he's not the real killer. Well, he knows he's the real killer, but he know that somebody sent that dude. That's why nobody the dude is slow, man. The dude has issues. That's why nobody grabbed no gun, or that's why Nip didn't grab a gun. As many,
He said somebody sent him. Black Sam said somebody sent him.
I ain't. I gotta watch it again, bro.
Yeah, he said that somebody sent him. He said you can tell that because he come up with no shirt, trying to clock the scene, make sure that he wasn't going to be in no shootout. And then he went back and got a red shirt to try and signify that the Bloods did it. Centinela Park Bloods. He started naming what they wanted people to believe.
Yeah, yeah, dude, man, he ain't no real shooter, man. Because ain't no way I would have got that close. Trust me, ain't no way. Me and you both know that. You,
Yeah,
with you being a prior Marine,
yeah.
retired Marine, bro.
And
You
he
know you
had
don't get that close to your target.
yeah, and he had time, to think about it. Walked away, went over to Tam's Burger, then decided to go back to the car, then get a red shirt, and that's what Black Sam is saying. You gotta, if I were you, even now, I wouldn't be walking on Crenshaw and Slauson with a red shirt on. I don't care if it said Marathon. Nipsey, the only person I know who did that. Nipsey was he was on I think it was on a Breakfast Club or somewhere. They were asking him like, man, why you wearing so much red? And he was like, I'm the only one can do this. I can do what I want to do. And so how is it that Eric Holder, you could get away with everything you want to get away with, but to tell me that Eric Holder walked up in a rolling 60 spot with a red shirt on and nobody saw a red shirt coming, I got a problem with that.
Man, I mean, nah. Well, from my understanding, I think that red and blue thing is kind of like. I mean, of course, every set has their colors, what represents them, but it's a lot of people, wearing red now. Like, I mean, even what's that boy name? G Perico. He got like a little clothing line saying a red shirt. Then he says that this is a blue shirt in red. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I think that thing is like a thing of the past now, bro. I think that it's expired.
No, bro. If you go
You
on
know,
Crenshaw and Slauson tonight with a red shirt on, I don't think you even get out alive.
oh no, there's plenty of people doing it now, bro. Plenty of people doing it now, man.
I've yet to see it, and that's what Black Sam say. He's bewildered about a guy who just left with no shirt walks back
Okay, I
up with
could
a
be wrong,
red
bro. I
shirt.
mean, I don't live there. I live in Texas. I don't know, man, but that's just, you
Well,
know,
I lived there
I
for
could be wrong.
22 years, and you're not supposed to be there with no red shirt on Crenshaw and Slauson. That's what they call flamed up. Now you could be a blood and come see your girlfriend over in on Crenshaw and Sloss. There ain't no problem, but you don't come flamed up. Flamed up means you come in with your
I
colors
know
on.
Slim Dummies. Yeah,
Yeah,
you could be right.
you could be a crip and go in blood territory to see your girlfriend as long as you're not coming flamed up. A guy is coming through the alley, walking slowly with a red shirt on, why ain't Cowboy alarm, Jay Stone alarm, everybody that's there in that parking lot alone, that a red shirt is coming towards you.
Jay Stone
And
was
you
there.
wasn't he there? Some people say he ran. Remember his mother was trying to calm him down?
No, that was Rim Paul, man.
Yeah, Grandpa there. Okay, Grandpa. So okay, he's there. So that's what Black Sam's saying. Ain't nobody got no hood. Ain't nobody got no pistol. All of that was there. So how's a red shirt walking up from the alley that they can see and nobody's taking drastic measures?
But majority of their clothes is red though.
Majority of what?
Majority of the marathon clothing is red.
Okay, Nicole Willis is telling you now she's a native of LA and your colors do matter. I'm
I
telling you,
mean,
bro.
dude, he got a black. Okay, so let's go down to all the major drops, right? The
Right.
rock, the black and red Puma suit, the red Crenshaw hoodies, the red Crenshaw shirt, the marathon shirt, the Bart Simpson, not the Bart, but it's a lot. I gotta go check my closet and look, but it's a lot
Yeah,
of
okay,
that stuff that's in red.
but you saying something important. They all say Crenshaw. This guy came up with a plain red shirt, and that's just something you don't do, especially on
Okay, yeah,
Crenshaw's
yeah,
Faucet.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It
yeah.
has no identification on it. It has no Crenshaw on there. We know that come from Marathon. So that's what Black Sam is saying. He just came up with a plain red shirt, and clearly
Oh,
anybody with any vision could have saw something in his hands. So they didn't do nothing. Instead of doing anything, they ran.
yeah, I remember back in the day. Well, when I was doing the gang task force, I remember cats used to put a band-aid if they was wearing like all red. They would put a band-aid on it. That that's retarded, but yeah.
That shouldn't have never happened. I mean, he shouldn't have never been allowed. He left with no shirt. He shouldn't have never been allowed back in that parking lot, especially wearing a red one. What you think, Reese?
I just don't know how you got in that area with that color on like that. Like I
Look,
said before, it's all to line up.
and and for those of y'all on here, my dude Crown Reese is finna start his channel. Reese, what's your channel name?
You done put me on the spot now. Look at you.
Come on, Reese.
Oh man,
We
let them
got
know,
man. We
man.
got man. We got to support you, homie.
Yes, we can all team up together. To let them know where your channel is, so they can sign up.
Well, it's gonna be Crown Reach World. Then also gonna be the one with me and my son. We got something going on that's really gonna touch on fathers in communities and
Okay.
how the narrative of how it's persuade of having kids in the house with a father and how that will persuade that our neighborhoods are going a different way in the future. So
We
it's a
put it
lot.
doing his positives, so make sure y'all find his channel, Crown Reese World, and sign up on his channel. I want everybody from this channel, all 40,000 subscribers, to go over and sign up on this channel, because this is a real black brother trying to make a difference in the community and in the world. And when you find something like that, you got to support it, keep it going. And so that's why I'm pushing it, because especially the thing with his son is so beautiful that you won't find it anywhere on social media. I went looking on TikTok, nothing like that exists. I went looking on YouTube, nothing like that exists. And it's copywritten, so if you don't even try and take it, y'all gonna be sued.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, yeah, it's something different, and it's something that's gonna be real that everybody can really just grasp on, and it's just not for a certain selective group. It's for everybody. Just to pay attention and it just goes back to a lot of stuff I grew up on is each one teach one. I think that's the best thing we got going for us. So
Reach one, teach one.
each one teach one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So we call it reach one, teach one.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's something. My son, he's really excited. So he's getting to an age to where he's he really understands a lot by watching me. And it's really scary that he really picks up on a lot of stuff. So um
Well, Melena, let me just say this, Melena Fire. I think not only did Lauren London knew, but we got more information that came to light with Cassie being her play sister. I wonder what information she was sharing with Cassie to get a puffy, huh? How about that?
oh wait.
What about Lauren?
Since Cassie was her play sister, how much information did Lauren share with Cassie and she gave it to Puffy?
Hmm.
Yeah, because you did hear Puffy say he had to fight to get that executive producer credit on the victory lap.
Yep,
That's
he
what
sure
Puffy said.
did. But
That's what Puffy said.
who do you have to fight, Nip, or do you have to fight Rock Nation? What is the deal?
Mhm. That's a good question because you never heard Nip mention him after that. On the first victory lap album, and anybody who bought it, well, if you buy the record, right, on the first
Mhm.
press, you don't see Puffy's name as the executive producer. On the second press, you do.
So Nip ain't got nothing to do with that. So Is it Rock Nation or who behind that? Judy Greenwald? What is going on?
Shit, man, your guess is good as mine, man. You know, I get in trouble every time I mention Lauren, man. I don't want your channel to get
Man,
ta
my channel ain't gonna
taken
get
down.
flagged.
You know, I
My
ain't got.
my, my
You know,
channel ain't gonna
she
get
hate me,
flagged.
dog.
I don't care nothing about Lauren London. I believe Lauren London was the problem, man. I think Lauren London was confusion to me. You know, it's like sometimes people send women and stuff in your life, you don't know where they come from, and they come to bring confusion. I could tell you a
Hey, I
lot
got one
about that.
question for y'all, right? After she got that check, Marathon didn't release something every freaking week. Do y'all ever see her repost anything from
No,
the
nothing,
Marathon clothing?
nothing. She's trying to figure out uh, can she love again? So she said she can.
No, she's going to deaf classes on how to deal with deaf.
Well, I seen her on the show with Angie Martinez saying, yes, she can absolutely love again. I know she can when Nipsey brought his woman up while she was having birth to with his alleged son.
Hey, hey, who daughter was that to Neek? Hey, don't say oh you say it. I ain't.
I'm not gonna say he brought his woman. Well, I mean, Nip was something else, boy. Nip brought his beautiful model woman up while your woman is giving birth to a baby. Man, that's heavy, man.
Hey, and then if you look at her page, she didn't took a lot of stuff down, but she was bashing the shit out of Nip, man, before he died. You can read her captions. I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to read between the lines, you know.
I got them all. I could put them all up here. The reason why she was bashing him because he went on Twitter and let them know that they were not engagement photos. He didn't with the pale white horse, and he let it out there. He went at TMZ. No, those were not engagement photos under no. You know, Nip wasn't gonna do that to Tanisha. Let's just be real, man. Nip was with Tanisha that night before he died anyway.
Yeah, they ain't ready to hear that part.
No,
Hey,
Nip.
and why did they scrub that part from BET when his mom said, "No, Lauren, he was not with you. He was with me nesting." Remember that part? I
Oh
still got it.
yeah. Wow.
You remember that? She
Yeah, I
said it.
remember that.
That's what Nip mom said, not me.
Yeah, it was nasty. That's what she said. But I know they was with Tanisha that night, and I know that a little bit later on, when they were talking about all this jewelry stole, Tanisha turned over to that family 700 and something $1,000 worth of jewelry that Nip left with her before he went to the marathon. What a good woman that is. She could have kept it, nobody would have knew. She returned it.
Yep.
What does that say about her?
But people don't want to have that conversation yet, man. But it's all gonna come out though, man. You know, then a lot of people try to say the family don't like Tanisha and all that. She's helping build the new store. Oh, she's just a clerk, man. Put it just like this, right? If that woman had anything to do with Nipsey's murder, she would be nowhere near that shop.
That woman ain't had nothing to do with Nipsey's murder. In fact, people forget Tanisha was a day oneer. Without butt naked, shaking that butt, making cars stop where they could sell them CDs and stuff. And most of the stuff, or most of those stores in that mall was in her uncle's name.
Her uncle came up with the all money in name.
Yep.
Tanisha, Nipsey, well Jorge touched on it, but the marathon mixtape was going to be called "The Times and Life of Nipsey Hussle" or something, and then Tanisha, they was riding past a marathon gas station, and she said, "I got it. Name it the Marathon." He mentions
But
it in the XXL interview on the when he got the freshman cover.
well, a lot of these people don't understand, man. They don't understand these 360 deals. And they don't understand. They try and tell you who to be with, what kind of woman you going to be with. That's one of the reasons why Young Dolph burnt that up. Young Dolph loved his woman and his two kids. They wanted Young Dolph to get a light-skinned woman, and all that stuff is in your contract. It's just not a contract about money. You get the money if you do this, and the money is only a loan. It's not advancement you get to keep. You got to pay that money back off your records and stuff. Performances, 360 comes right back to them. That's why he burnt it up. Young Dolph did the right thing. He burnt it up completely. No, he did good by himself as an independent artist. I'm gonna tell you who got all these guys in trouble. Maurice, you got to touch on this. Listen to me good. Young Dolph is dead. Nipsey dead. Mo 3 is dead. King Von is dead. Extension is dead. And a host of others is dead. And you know who the fault for their death? None other than Dame Dash.
Nah.
Let me finish. Dame Dash did that book and told these guys how to be bosses and to own their own masters. And everybody caught wind of how important it was to own your own masters, and everybody wanted to be a boss. All those guys from Von, Mo3, Nipsey, all were following the blueprint that Dame Dash left behind.
Yeah,
And
all
they
them
get,
currency.
yep,
Larry June.
yep.
All them cats ain't signing. Is not signing deals, man.
Exactly, and it was Dame Dash that put game on it. That's why they keep going after Dame Dash, trying to make him sell his part of Rock Nation and Jay Z's music. They want to make him sell it. They keep filing these lawsuits on him because he's the one who made all these guys realize how not just to be a rapper, but how to be a boss. And they all became bosses, and they all went out and they all made money by following his blueprint.
Yo, but Nipsey got them boys in trouble, man, because now everything that you do, the record company, man, you could be selling damn goldfish. Yeah, yeah, sign that over too. Man, they want everything now, bro. Like they ain't leaving out nothing.
Nip was too smart for them. Let me tell you what he did. Nipsey put a lot of stuff in the name of the marathon, a lot of stuff in the name of Nipsey Hussle, and stuff in Aramis Ashkadum. So he's separated. So the name Aramis Ashkadum is what Lauren and Tanisha or daughter would draw their money from. They ain't drawing nothing from Nipsey Hussle because that's a character. Can't do it. You dated Aramis Ashkadum. Nipsey Hussle is a character. So that's why their money is not hurting the store and the businesses because it's not divorceable assets or anything like that or child support assets. It's a business because the person you with he's not here anymore.
You stay with the man for only for like what, like 6 months?
Yep, if you call it that.
Because in the other house you stayed in belonged to Birdman. That's a natural fact. People could look it up for themselves. Everything I'm saying, man, you majority of it, and I'll let you know if it's opinion or not. But majority of stuff you could look up. But it seems like every time we talk, man, they shit get scrubbed from the internet, which I know somebody listening, bro. Trust me,
You
somebody.
don't think they gonna let Birdman keep all those masters, do you? Are you kidding me? They gonna let Birdman playing on land. They gonna say they found 10,000 pounds of fentanyl, and he gonna have to sell his catalog just like everybody else. You think gonna let Birdman? He be bragging about that stuff, and you think he bigger than the industry? Man, ain't nobody bigger than the industry. They took down Ray Charles. They took down Elvis Presley. They took down Michael Jackson, who owned half of Sony. And you really think they're gonna let Birdman walk away with $1 billion worth of masters? Do you really believe that?
No, I was saying that. I was saying that Lauren was staying in Birdman's house, in the house that Birdman owned.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
that's when that shit was going on between him and Wayne. He was being kind of petty and I guess gave her the boot, whatever. I don't know. But
And they shot up his bus.
yeah, that's what, yeah, around that time. Then also this too, man, one thing I want to touch on before I bounce, man. I don't know if people know this, but the narrative is the same. Like they want us to believe that Andrew Anderson, uh that he tried to jack one of their chains and all that, and they jumped him in the casino. But the truth of the matter is, and the truth is going to come out when this trial start, is that the incident inside the mall that led to Tupac still stealing off on Orlando was the dude. Trayvon Lanes is from Long Beach. He was initially a Crip, switched over there to over there to Compton, became switched over to Compton and became a Blood. Pyru, and that's what the whole argument was over. It wasn't really about, you know what I'm saying, no chain being snatched. A chain fell, but wasn't nobody chain snatched. And it's gonna turn out that Orlando wasn't inside that car when Tupac got killed. It's gonna show that surveillance of him going to the emergency room.
Oh,
If this don't come out, I owe everybody on this platform $1 million, bro,
well,
and I'm broke
I
as hell.
I believe that it was a certain cop in that car who was a part of staging this whole thing.
We all know who that.
What we looking at is reenactments, and Tupac had body doubles there and stuff. He came well prepared. Frank Alexander talked about Tupac said he knew something was going to happen to him in Vegas. The guy has a whole film crew that comes to Vegas, but he ain't come by himself. Let's not act like we stupid. The guy comes with a film crew. What you filming? You ain't filming no documentary or anything. You got television station Zero, which don't even exist, and you got a girl who's a Hollywood actress interviewing nobody. I mean, give me a break, man. This is a reenactment. The guy escaped. All these other people want you to believe he dead, that they were successful at their mission. They can't prove he dead. They have no. Listen, I'll just say this. They got pictures of Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston had the New Jersey State Police Department guarding her body 24 hours a day. The New Jersey State Police Department, they still got Whitney Houston's picture. They got Michael Jackson's picture. They got Elvis Presley's picture. Do you know, and I know, if there was any way anybody could have got a picture of Tupac, they would have got a picture. One of them nurses would have took it. And then the people pay hundreds of thousands, $200,000. One of the nurses could have took it. The doctor could have took it if they really wanted to. But you can't take a picture of a person who ain't there.
Yeah, I'm saying this. L.A. is known for this fiction, for this nonfiction shit, man. Like it's like the same narrative that Nipsey called him a snitch and all that whoop de woo. Same thing about what happened while Tupac got shot. Same thing about Biggie and all that. Man, it's just all lies, man. It's all lies.
I'm going to say this like I've been saying. Watch this. LA made the biggest mistake in the world by not telling the people the truth about Nipsey Hussle. And it's going to come back and it's going to bite them in the rear end for not just being truthful with the people, not just releasing the original videos, which are in HD, 1080p, clear. No, trying to play a game with the people, it's going to be a bum deal one day. Watch. It's going to come back to bite them. Just like with the cops that beat up Rodney King and letting them off and all of that stuff. They always try and hide the truth, and then it comes back to bite them. This is gonna be the same thing. Like they thought people forgot about Nip. We ain't never gonna forget about Nip. That was unjust. Where's that dude that running around talking about he shot Nipsey Hussle? Who the hell put him up to that?
I don't know, bro.
What's his name? I forgot his name too. We ain't talking about him so long.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. I want to dip, man. Hell no.
He on the freeway right now escaping. He shot Nipsey Hussle. Threw everybody else. Took the police 2 days to even decide to do an investigation because they were looking for him.
Mickey Wynn.
Who?
Mickey something. I think it's Mickey Wynn or something, just like that.
No, you know that guy. I cannot think his name. Is right at the tip of my tongue. Reese, you remember his name?
No, I know who you talking about though.
GBO Gaston. That's his name. GBO
Yeah,
Gaston.
yeah.
Yeah, GBO.
Yeah, he is crazy.
Y'all got my mind going back. GBO Gaston. I shot Nipsey Hussle. Got it live on Twitter,
Yeah, that
and
was crazy.
that was great. That threw the police department off because okay, they thought they were after this dude. They trying to chase behind him. He claimed he heading to Vegas. And then what about the text messages that were released between Eric Holder and who was that?
Meek.
Meek Mill. I mean, what was that all about?
I think that was fake, man.
You
Man,
think it
Meek,
was fake?
he worked, man. That's Diddy girlfriend, man. You believe?
Oh man, I heard that video. I was cracking up. I couldn't believe it, man. I
That's
went
Diddy
out.
girl. That's Diddy Boo Thing, man. You
I
know.
went out. I went out of Cat's Fiddle on the East Coast when they heard that, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. But at the end of the day, brother, I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying? This Nipsey thing, it's probably gonna be another 5 years unless Black Sam just tell us everything we want to hear. But trust me, brother, it's all going. Man, you remember I told you, bro. We're not gonna find out. I told everybody, stop stressing yourself. Don't give yourself a headache or nothing. Just give it 5 years. The truth is gonna come out. It's gonna be all types of Floridian slips. It's gonna be people conscious eating at them. It's gonna be like, look at Loose Cannon. When that dude was Big U, no, when he was with Whack, man, it looked like that dude was ready to repent, man. Like, it's trust me, give it just give it. I say at this point, give it about another 2 years. We all gonna find out everything.
You think it'd be 2 years? And
Just
Black
give it
Sam,
time, brother. Just give it time, man.
he also said that they're getting ready to finish the documentary, but he didn't like give any context on what the documentary was all about. Do you have any insight on that?
Nah, I don't know about that one.
You, Reese?
I think it's all full of it, man. It's a straight up lineup. When you just got finished saying something about him getting the text message from Meek Mill,
Yeah, Eric
Mm.
Holder, McMill conversate
man,
allegedly.
that's kind of like you say. That's Puffy people, man, and
Mm.
Puffy lined up with Big U, man. So
Yeah,
it's all full circle, man. It's, like you said, it's gonna come out and it's gonna be ugly.
yeah.
So the reason we're here tonight is because we have more credible evidence from a credible person that Tupac is alive and living in Cuba. That's why we're here. And you don't see nobody attacking him or calling him out of his name or anything like that. He state the facts, and we're gonna let y'all hear the facts.
Actually know what happened to Tupac?
Joe, it's the biggest open secret in Hollywood. Back in 96, when Tupac was in the midst of his beef with Biggie, he realized his death was inevitable. Every day, he received a new threat from the East Coast, and he had already been shot at once in New York. Well, Biggie and Diddy and their goons weren't Tupac's only problems. It turns out all of the political activism in Tupac's music made him a target of the CIA, and they were looking to potentially take him out. They feared his music could radicalize an entire generation and pose a threat to American democracy. The CIA issued a warning to Tupac to tone down his music, or else. Under threat from many sides, Tupac worked with Death Row Records to stage a shooting in Las Vegas and fake his death. After it was successfully staged, Tupac was sent on a one-way flight to Cuba. As he was a socialist at heart, Fidel Castro welcomed him with open arms. Tupac remains in Cuba to this day, where he helps the poor and even puts on free concerts from time to time.
Now here's somebody telling you exactly what happened to Tupac. Point blank, plain and simple. It was he staged his death. And this guy has no documentaries. He ain't in it for money. But he's telling you that everybody in Hollywood, everybody in the know exactly what was going on at the time that he staged his death. And you don't see nobody attacking him because you ain't getting on Joe Rogan's show unless you credible, 100% credible, knowledgeable. You have some kind of credentials behind you. And he just told you Tupac staged his death. So as far as I'm concerned, unless you show me them actually cremating him, and I got to see it for myself, or show me him in a coffin. I'm telling you what I believe. Tupac is alive and living in Cuba comfortably, away from all of this nonsense over here. Reese, you got anything you want to say about it?
Yeah, I got one thing. When he said something about he get free concerts, I wonder what music he's playing.
Probably he is. We're not looking for him. He in the villages now, deep in Cuba. Probably he is. The people there know who he is. They protected his sister for all these years. Fidel Castro was under immense pressure to turn over Assad Shakur and would not do it. And neither would his brother Raul. When Fidel died, Raul wouldn't do it either. Immense pressure by the CIA, by the FBI, by the American government. They even upped the price of her head for over $2 million.
Exactly. Yeah.
$2 million, and they still wouldn't release her because she became a sovereign citizen of Cuba, so they don't have to. But nevertheless, that guy told you exactly what happened. And again, you ain't saw nobody refuting him. You see everybody trying to interview him, but you don't see nobody refuting him. You ain't see nobody calling him out his name or anything because they know he's not lying and they know he has the credentials. They know he has the connections to tell the truth. And so as far as I'm concerned, those people who think Tupac is dead, Pac is not dead. He's alive. He might not be here with us in America, but we know he got out of that hospital, got away from all this confusion, and people shooting him up every time they get a chance. And he's living a quiet, peaceful life. And people talking about Pac couldn't be quiet. Well, let somebody shoot you 8 times. You'll learn how to be quiet if you survive. You got to survive them bullets first. But if you survive the first one, if you survive the second shot, I bet you go somewhere and sit down and look straight ahead. You can close out, Reese.
Yeah, I feel like you, bro. I feel the same way. You know, you gotta show me, because you know a lot of people look at me like, oh, Tupac, nah, bro, nah. You gotta convince me to show me that he really is gone.
That's all I ask people. Show me he dead. It's simple. I can find everybody else that's dead. I can take you to everybody else's graveyard. But can't nobody show me nothing about Pac. We heard 3 different stories that were lies. We smoked him all up, smoked all his ashes, but we buried his ashes on the beach, but we buried his ashes in Georgia. All these are lies. And you heard a guy tell you. Nevertheless, to all my subs, to all my followers, Tupac is alive in one nation.
One nation.
That's what we see Jay-Z as done. That's what we see Puff has done. The music don't become how you pay the bills. It's a lot of pressure off of it. You got other things bringing in income, you can make music.
This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. Like what the fuck is going on? Who told you that song and did you know all along? And why did your bitch sell that painting 2 weeks after he was gone? I'm gonna tell you what it feels like. It feels a little fishy. Feels like something's going on ever since that John Legend song and Khaled's prediction of a Grammy. If you ask me, I can't stand him. Seems a little weird. Question number 1, why is there no blood? Question number 2, Sam left in the AM is true, but you're talking about the shit's all up in the afternoon. Don't trip, we're gonna find out the truth soon. Who did what to who? Did they plan to eat the chili fries or was it just a surprise? Can you see the lies of witness in a cowboy's eyes? Are we gonna just sit here and forget? Are we gonna ride like Nip said? It's a little weird that the judge quit, handing out immunities like candy makes me sick. I got a lot of unanswered questions like, why is the footage all grit and I can't see shit? Who the fuck is that white man in that white BMW? Probably was the FBI. Yeah, I noticed that white guy, and I noticed the car wasn't in the pictures when they showed them afterwards. They thought we would forget, they got that shit backwards. They weren't expecting me to drop this track and raise all these questions with my Mac words. I'm really mobbing through LA smoking backwoods. I've been doing this shit all my life. TMC, AMI. You might just see an empty parking lot when you ride by. Well, me, I see way more. I see an independently owned store. I see the community taking power back, whether you're white, Mexican, Asian, or black. As long as you're not blue. Good ones, there might be a few, but from my life experience, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not defending Eric, but what's the fucking delay? They requested a quick trial, it's been over 800 days. They tried to distract us in so many clever, creative ways. Yeah, you got your Grammy, and now you're a billionaire. But what about the families that are still living there? Seems a little unfair, just a little something to compare. I never seen a fireman wearing a bulletproof vest. Yes, the shit to me seems a little suspect. The shit's a little weird. Crisis actors taking away our fathers, making our child some bastards, killing creative men and women for their masters. The waves that Nip wrote in, you didn't know where to begin. A bunch of new chapters. You didn't think about what would happen after. We would put the pieces together on your transparent bullshit. I can see right through it, like the clear blue sky in the LA sunny weather, where the palm trees swing side to side and we ride together on a white horse or a double R hearse in a foreign car. Either way, you gotta be on guard because they're on tap for anyone who's brown or black with tats. Everybody sees it, but nobody wants to attack. It's sad if you ask. We all gotta blast back. We're in the game, though we can't touch the ball. Seems a little unfair if you ask me, that's all. So take your ignorant ass to YouTube and type in Tanika Views to get the real news. We're doing the shit for justice, not views. Sharing knowledge and coming together, that's the real tool. He tried to lead us to the lake, so don't sleep on the knowledge that he gave to me and you. He wanted us to learn from his mistakes, so with our new knowledge, good decisions we could make. And also one thing I want wanted to save myself. They killed Dr. Sebi because he was teaching health. Assassins, they come in all shapes and sizes. Big booties, hips and thighs. Oh, you're Diddy's girl, right? Oh yeah, John Legend. Some things happen at your video shoot. I got a couple questions for you. All those strings you pulled, you still can't make a rap hit. You punk ass little bitch, you probably got a little dick. All the shit that you have to did. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face. This new song with Nip and Jay, what the fuck, I got something to say. What a slap in the fucking face.